Hi, it's Pris. Good morning, YouTubers, and I'm going to read a prophecy to you that came to me in 2:10. It's called More. I was lying down resting because I'd been sick with the flu and watching the news when I heard the Lord begin to speak. He said, more storms, more earthquakes, more tornadoes, more rioting due to lack of jobs and food found around the world. More lawlessness and desperation, stealing and violence, more discoveries of ancient sites, which has been happening since then, more glory filling my church, transforming the bride, more spirit of burning, transforming her insides, more miracles, more healings, more insight, more dealings, more exposure of truth and more delusion for those who won't accept the truth, more lies and more cover-up, but increasingly failing, their own technologies exposing their railings. I saw an example that night in an exposure of the LAX TSA employees doing drugs and the encounter of the reporter with the head of TSA here in LA. War on the horizon, so hide in the secret place, seeking my face, or you won't be able to keep up with the pace, he said. And now we're much closer to that. More shaking, more quaking, more breaking of this nation's pride will put a limp in its stride, but will lead to more seeking, more praying, more focus on what is right. I'm trying to engender a response that's a more tender in the hearts of my sons and daughters. Come close to me, like when at the first you sought me with all of your heart and strength. When at the first you sought me, kiss the Son and let him soothe your wounds. Touch the hem of his garment and allow him to touch you. Hey, be still and know that I am God. Turn away from the striving and drivenness, and I will give you rest. I will give you success in overcoming all the duress. My arms are strong enough to hold you. My shoulders are strong enough to carry all your problems. Before you call, I will answer you. Can you imagine how it will be when the earth is set free? Can you imagine how beautiful the sight when there is no more fright? Can you imagine how much peace will be wrought when the enemy is in the lake of fire, no longer to conspire? Remember the end from the beginning, my friends. Remember the truth of the cost. Lay down your lives and find mine. Lay down your concerns and let me burn off all the dross. Fire in your bones will set you free. Fire in your heart will make you live for me. Ha! Fire in your soul will take its toll on the enemy whose kingdom will be destroyed. Let go of this world and take up the cross. Reach out to your neighbor and God will give you applause. For I will demonstrate my kingdom on the days ahead, and I will lay waste to the plunder and dread. Lean on my understanding, my resources that last. I never run out and I am not, and never am I not in. I see through all the strife and the din. I know the end from the beginning. Run to me. Don't look at your own strength. When you are weak, then I'll be strong. Seek my face, seek my face, seek my face. Worship in spite of the circumstances and what you see. Worship because you also know the end of the journey. Worship because you know I am in the end. I win in the end. Worship to defy the enemy's mocking. Worship to stamp on the injustice. Worship is a huge sword in the right hands. Worship is the route to the secret place. Praise me regardless of the circumstance, and I will lead you into peace of heart. Hey, Psalm 104-5, Hebrews 13:15, Acts 15:16-17. You can look up those. And then later in the evening, the Lord said the challenges this year will cause a repositioning for many. And he's been doing that for a number of years. Where I position you, I will also transition you and transform you and prepare you for the task I've assigned you. I will make the way, though it seems impossible in the natural. I am the God, whoa, of the supernatural. Whoa, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. Is there anything too big for me? Favor is coming to many of you. Hey, favor you are not used to. Favor you have even grown to disdain, because you have learned the value of hiddenness instead of vainglory. Many of you are shedding old garments because I have new robes for you to wear. Many are letting go of old things because I have a new plan for you, a new perspective, and new things for you to do. I'm clothing you in my righteousness, where you have not relied on that truth. I am clothing you in royal garments where you have not realized that you are to be prophets, priests, and kings. I am clothing you with the cloaks of humility, where you have struggled with pride. I am clothing you with mercy, where your heart has not known the depths of my compassion. I am clothing you with a spirit of might, where you have been timid or fearful. I am clothing you with trust and greater faith, where you have been unbelieving. This will come through the spirit of burning, whoa, that will transform you and break all the chains of oppression for all who are willing to be changed. Isaiah 4, 3, and 5. My presence, and it shall, Isaiah is, and it shall come to pass that he who is left in Zion and remains in Jerusalem will be called holy. Everyone who is recorded among the living in Jerusalem, when the Lord has washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion and purged the blood of Jerusalem from her midst by the spirit of judgment and the spirit of burning. Then the Lord will create above every dwelling place in Mount Zion and above her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For over the glory there shall be a covering. Then the Lord continued, my presence comes not because of your goodness, but because of mine. My burning comes because of my intense love for you, my bride. It comes because I promised a spotless bride. Trials by fire are not what my Western bride is used to, but she will know the truth of my word when I am done with her. There will be no more Canaanite in the house of the Lord. That's from Zechariah 14:21, which says, in the New King James, it says, yes, every pot in Jerusalem and Judah shall be holiness to the Lord of hosts. Everyone who sacrifices shall come and take them and cook in them. In that day there shall no longer be a Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. But in Zechariah 14:21, in the complete Jewish Bible, it says, yes, every cooking pot in Jerusalem and Yehuda will be consecrated to Adonai Tsabaoth. Everyone who offers sacrifices will come take them and use them to stew the meat. When that day comes, there will no longer be merchants in the house of Adonai Tsabaoth. That's because the Canaanites were, and still are, merchants, heavy sellers, and very persuasive, if not intimidating. Okay, that's all for now. God bless you. And may the spirit of burning come. Hey, 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 for all of us, Lord. We need you badly. Bye.